Hi everybody, this is Nate from the Kraemer Life, and today is Monday the 21st of February, and I am back at our new homestead in East Tennessee. As a reminder, last Friday we signed and closed on the property, got the keys to the house, and we came out here trying to figure out where we're going to park the RV. I'm out here today to meet up with a gentleman that is going to look at our driveway and give us a bid on repairing the driveway. This is an old gravel driveway that I'm on right here, and there's still some remnants of the gravel, but most of it has sunken down into the dirt and into the mud, and when it rains a lot, it gets really muddy and really slippery. So I'm not sure that I'll be able to pull the RV up this hill and to the RV spot without laying down some additional gravel. So I thought it would be a good idea to have somebody come out here, give me a quote to fix the driveway and make it a long-term solution that will last a long time versus just putting down some gravel for a short-term solution. So we're still trying to figure out how we want to do this. I guess I'll talk to the driveway expert and see what he says. So he should be here momentarily, and if he is okay with recording, I'll add him on. If not, then I'll tell you what he says after he leaves. All right, while I'm waiting for the gentleman to show up, I thought I'd point out where we think we're going to put the RV. So the house is right here, and obviously we need to clean some brush around the house out. I keep watching for him. I hear some stuff, but I don't think it's him. So we're going to put the RV right here, and the reason is it's close enough to the house to where we can run an extension cord and a water hose for our power and water. And originally I thought I would have to come up the driveway, pull in next to the carport, and then back the trailer into its spot. However, I think I can actually do it an easier way. So I'll mimic it with the camera here. So I would be driving up the driveway, come up here, and then drive right through here. You can see that there's some tire tracks already in place. So I think this will be solid enough because it is grassed, and I can just take it slow. So I would come up through here, and I would swing around. In this little bush right here, there's a big rock. So I would swing around like so, and come on down here, and I would have to chop this little tree down, no problem, and I would come in right here and pull straight through, and this would be perfect. So I think that's the direction I'm going to come in when I have the trailer with me. So that's good. I feel good about that. I think we can do that. All right, I want to show you something else. You can see at the end of this road here, this is an access way for power lines to the house, and there is a little cut-in road here. You can see at the end there's a gate. That gate goes to the street. I'm thinking we could also pull the truck and the trailer up here and then go to the end and swing around where I had previously talked about cutting through and swinging around. Okay, I am about halfway between the gate and the top of the hill where I just was. Power lines are right above us, and phone lines. So I really do think that I could bring the travel trailer and my truck up this way from that gate all the way up here and then swing around by the house like I wanted to. Assuming I can get the gate open. Let's go check that out. Let's see here. The gate is not really connected to anything. Okay, so that's number one. And if I just do some weed eating with a weed eater, swing this gate in, I think I have a pretty wide, I think I can make this. Clear some of this out right here with a weed eater or something, and I could just drive right up. That might be even easier than having to do any repairs on the gravel driveway for now. We still need to repair the gravel driveway because that's going to be our main entry and exit, but pretty certain I can make this cut. The only thing that might be an issue is how quick or how sharp I can cut the turn, and there's a culvert. There's a culvert and a ditch right there that I'd have to miss with both the truck and the trailer. There's less of one over here, more of a dip that I could probably be okay with. So I think that's the biggest hurdle here. I could probably even take this gate off. I like this one. This one's better. I feel comfortable about this one. All right, I think the guy's about to arrive, and I'm gonna go greet him at the main gate. All right, so we have Matthew here. He's an expert in gravel driveways and various other things. So he's gonna evaluate this with me. I'm gonna go through what I think I wanna do. He can give me some tips on what I probably should do instead, and we'll just kind of work our way from the gate to the house. All right, so I do know it's about 500 feet straight shot from the road to the house, not accounting for the slight curve that we have.
All right. Do you want this center right here flattened out?
Well,
or do you want to keep that classic look with the rock?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know is the answer.
Yeah. Some people like that classic look with, the grass right through the center of it.
So you would just do basically ribbons where you just have two separate gravel ribbons? Is that what you're thinking?
I just wouldn't take it down with the bucket whenever I drop the rock through, the rock will just kind of move out of it, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But if I take it down, with the bucket and take it completely out, it'll
right.
be gone.
So my question is it in good enough shape just to drop new rock, or do we need to grade for drainage and then put in a base layer of gravel, the thicker stuff? Because I've been reading, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, but generally you want to have a big rock on the bottom, and then you kind of go a smaller rock and then a finer gravel. Mm-hmm. Is that accurate?
You can do it like that. I mean, that's a pretty expensive way of going about it. I mean, pretty much the way you've got here, because you've got a good solid base. I mean, You've already got a pretty hard ground.
Okay.
So, I mean, it really wouldn't hurt you a bit just to go ahead and come in here with some 3/4.
Oh, really?
I mean, that's all about whether you want to, flatten this back out. But if I just come in with some rock, I mean, probably, it'd be like 5 loads. I mean, it'd probably be 5 or 6 loads.
And a load is how many tons?
It's right at about 5.
Oh, okay.
Right at about 5-6 tons, give or take. I mean, that's about the, it's all, on how you like it to look afterwards. I mean,
I'm not worried about the look. I'm more worried about longevity, function, and, if I'm going to do it right, I don't want to keep adding more gravel every couple years. Like, I want to just
you're
do it right.
in a really good section because you're flat. You don't have any major hills. You don't look like you got any major water. So once you put rock down, I mean, it'll be here.
Okay.
I mean, it'll pack down.
Okay.
I mean, as far as going with big rock and things like that, I mean, it'll really get into a costly deal. I mean, even if you get a big truck in here, it'll come out to, I think a 25 ton is $600-700 for the big rock. I mean, it gets up there pretty pricey.
Okay. So let's walk the driveway. The one place that I've noticed where it gets muddy, it gets really muddy right here, especially after hard rain. Okay. And you can still see that we're holding water here, and you can't even see the gravel that is below this. Right. Whereas when we walk the rest of it's dried up, and you can see the patches of gravel. So I don't know if there's anything that we need to do here for better drainage, or if you won't even worry about it.
I really wouldn't even worry about
Really?
it. Once you put that rock on it and it starts, and you pack it back down, I mean, it just looks like this hasn't had rock put on it in probably 20 years
Long
or
time.
more.
Long time.
So, I mean, once you put a good rock base on it, shoot, you'll be good for a long time.
How thick would you go?
It'll be pretty thick.
Okay,
I mean,
couple.
I'd go with, I just go with some 3/4 rock, because you've already got a pretty solid base.
Okay.
I mean, if you go with bigger rock, like if you end up going with like 1.5 or 2 inch, it'll end up being kind of thick, and then it'll take it a long time to really pack down. I mean, it'll be kind of thick driving through. I mean, it really just depends on what you want. I mean, if you go with the 3/4 rock, you'll get covered good. I can bring the tractor over and take this strip out. I think it'll look pretty cool, just with the, after you put the rock down, and after a while the grass will just kind of come back up. It'll kind of give it that classic look.
Sure. Yeah, and that's fine.
If you like that type of thing.
Yep,
it's all what you like.
That's fine by me. There's an area up here we need to address. We were thinking what we wanted to do is have the driveway come all the way up, the gravel come all the way up to the carport. So that way we have a nice,
You want to make this a nice pad too?
and then probably
just
also going up to the house. Because I can imagine us pulling our truck up, probably parking up near the house more than in front of the carport, but I kind of make it a Y, right? Okay. It kind of goes this way, and then also comes up to the house, and so we have a nice area here that can stay dry. We can, turn our truck around and.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely have to bring a tractor, but because this right here will need graded out. You'll want that cleaned up. And then come in, square it off, cut the top of this off, and put the rock on it wherever you want to put the material, because you'll have a little bit of material once I start scraping it up.
Oh, for that. Well, what do you think about this area here? So I noticed that it kind of heads down towards the house, like it grades down towards the house. And I don't know where the water runs from there. I don't know if it pools into that area, if it heads that way, but could we
kind of pulls in and goes this
could we kind of level some of this out and make it so the water stays away from the house and kind of moves that way?
It goes that way?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do anything. You can do anything you want to do while I'm here.
Yeah.
Anything you can think of.
Well,
to do, even if you want to do some brush cutting while I'm here, do a little bit of cleaning up. It makes quick work of everything.
Does it?
So.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really sure what we're going to do. The only thing that I know we're going to do right away, so we have a 37-foot travel trailer that we're living in. And as we renovate the house, we're going to live in that travel trailer. And I was going to park it right here.
Okay.
And so I was just going to pull my truck around and swing it on in here.
You want some rock right here too? Put you a pad right there?
Depends on the cost.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if it's pretty cheap just to put in
another base.
Yeah, another base for us to sit on, and when we step out of the RV, it's not all muddy and.
Right. Yeah, something like this. You like if I come in and level this out, you'd probably want to put 2 inch right here on the way to the camper, because you don't want it just to sink down.
Okay.
Right here, I mean, we'll say we'll probably have at least 6 or 7 loads. It'll be an all-day job.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be a couple days probably.
Yeah.
I mean, of hauling it and bringing it and all that good stuff.
Okay. What do you use to level? What, you have a tractor or a skid steer? What do you have?
Yeah, just a compact loader, a skid steer.
Okay.
Yeah, bucket. I mean, that's pretty much all it really needs. Just a good bucket, good strong machine.
Yep. How wide would you make the pad? Because the trailer itself, 9 feet. With the pop outs, it's 12 feet, I think. 12 feet.
Just however wide you want it.
Yeah.
If you want it 10
probably
feet or
probably
12
like
feet.
probably like a 20 foot, or at least 18 feet, just so we have room on both sides to kind of do our thing.
Yeah, and if you decide to move it, in a different area too. So I mean, whatever you got, anything that you want that tree to stay there.
Nope, I was gonna take it down.
Okay, well I can push it out there too.
Okay, that and those 3 little trees.
Okay.
Because that's where I'm gonna swing around. I'm gonna come up over there and swing around this way. instead of trying to back it in.
Yeah, I mean it'll push over anything. I mean, it's 100 horse. I mean, it'll go right through a house. I mean, and it's bulletproof too because it's got that forestry unit on it or whatever. So it's bulletproof.
You just take things out.
I mean, it'll just.
Well, if I give you the green light, how long will it, or when can you start?
Well, I mean, I can bring the tractor tomorrow. It's supposed to start raining. I don't know if it's supposed to start tomorrow evening or what day, but I'll definitely like to get the tractor over here before it starts raining. That way at least it's in here because it's supposed to rain all the way to Saturday or something like that, I believe.
Okay. And you can't, I'm assuming you don't want to do it while it's raining.
It just makes a mess. I mean, it's just like working circles around yourself. I mean, I don't care to work because I'm inside of it, but
yeah, it's just a big
after you get done and then you walk out of it, and it's just like, well, I didn't really accomplish that much today.
Okay. All right. So Matthew just left, and I agreed to have him work on the project. So he's going to be delivering his skid steer here tomorrow, and then depending on weather, he'll get started tomorrow or the next few days. So I'm excited, and we are very much looking forward to getting ourselves onto our new property. Okay, so Matthew said that it wouldn't be too much more expensive to put an RV gravel pad where the RV is going to be. So I'm going to mark out the area where I want the gravel pad to be. It's going to be 15 feet wide by 30 feet long. My trailer is 37 feet long, but I don't need the gravel to go the entire length of the trailer. And it is 9 feet wide with the pop-outs in. And I think it's 12 feet wide when the pop-outs are out, maybe 15 feet. But I don't need it to go the full width of the trailer also. So I think a level graveled area right here where the the trailer can be on while we're living in it will be a worthwhile investment for us. So I'm gonna mark out where I want those to be. I'll put little stakes in the corner, and that'll give a guide for Matthew to use for leveling and dropping the gravel. I'm trying to get my pegs in the ground square as I can be. So I'm measuring width 15 feet, length 30 feet between the two pegs, and then I do a diagonal between each corner to make sure that the diagonal length is the same. So that makes sure that the square is 90 degrees square, not off a little bit. Okay, I have them marked. It's not perfectly square, but it's a general location of where I want the gravel, and for him to level it out a little bit. And then he's gonna remove this tree by just pushing it over with his skid steer. And it looks like my boy Floyd is relaxed. Finally, not so anxious, able to relax and take a little nap.